Smoke weed, we not sniff Charlie. So me have to big up the legend Bob Marley. Very phone anytime girl call we. Same so we bossy Roberto Cavalli. Call me a yardie, call me a yardie. We love Benz and Bimmers and Hardy. Call me a yardie, call me a yardie. We love Benz and Bimmers and Hardy. Benz and Bimmers and.
Hey guys, so today we're gonna do something different. This is a how-to video and I wanted to come at you guys today and show you how I make pepper shrimp, Jamaican style pepper shrimp with a few ingredients. Of course, the shrimp is going to be the one with the head on it, and the shell will still be on the shrimp as well. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys a few things that I use to make the shrimp, and we're gonna do it step by step, so keep on watching. Okay, so the most important thing that you need, of course, is your shrimp, and this is the shrimp that I will be using. It still has a head on it like I stated, and then you're gonna need 2 lemons. This is basically how I wash the shrimp. I use lemon and water. And then you're going to need your seasonings. I have Old Bay. I have crushed red peppers. And I season my shrimp a little bit. So I have some Jamaican seasoning. Here, this is meat seasoning. Some Caribbean seasoning here. A little bit of garlic powder here, and then a little paprika, some black pepper, and chili powder. And then because I don't want it to be too salty, I add a little bit of organic raw cane sugar to cut some of the salt. And last but not least, you're going to need some red food coloring. So you're gonna need some red food coloring there. So the first thing that you're gonna do, of course, is fill your bowl up with water. Well, not necessarily fill it, but it's gonna be halfway filled. And then you just put your shrimp in there. And as much as you want, you'll put in there. So I'm probably gonna do half of this batch. So once I have my shrimp in the bowl, as you can see, I'm gonna turn the faucet on. Put some more water, fill it up. Then I'm going to, the rest of the shrimp, I'm going to make sure that I put this away in the freezer. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wash my lemon, or my lemons. Towel, and I'm going to cut them on the paper towel. Now I'm just going to squeeze it all over. I'm going to squeeze it in the bowl of shrimp and water. And it doesn't matter if you get any seeds or pulp, because we're gonna cook the shrimp. Well, I'm gonna drain the shrimp, the water with the shrimp in it. I'm gonna drain the water off, and then, yeah, it'll be fine. So now that that's done, these little spatula thingies, I'm going to use them to mix the shrimp and the lemon juice together. These should be used for cake, but I don't really use them for cake. I use them for the shrimp. I have other tools that I use for when I do bake. So everybody's swimming in lemon juice water. Well, they're not swimming anymore. Okay. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is drain the water. And the reason I do use those two spatulas because the shrimp are more like prawns, I guess you would say. And the shrimp are more like prawns, and they're kind of sharp. They have little spiny things on top, so I don't want to get cut. And I try to stay away from messing with that. And then you're gonna turn on the faucet, run some more water over the shrimp. You don't always have to do this part, but I like to. And then you're gonna drain the water out again. So usually the shrimp that Jamaican people like to use, more so, or sometimes it's crawfish, not necessarily these prawns that I'm using. But I like this, and so does my family. So yeah, this is what works for us. So now we're gonna get to seasoning the shrimp. Now keep in mind, I don't do measurements. I just go with the flow. If it looks good, and at some point you're gonna see me try it, taste it to see how it is. Yeah, that's how I know that it's ready and that it's perfect. So all my ingredients are here. Let me put them over here so you guys can see it. I'm gonna go in first with the Old Bay, and I put a generous amount of Old Bay on the shrimp. Then I go in with a little bit of the Caribbean chicken seasoning. And I know you guys are like, oh my God, that's a lot of seasoning. Guess what? It makes it taste so good. A little bit of garlic powder. Little bit of meat seasoning, which isn't open, which I need to open. Then some black pepper. And because this is peppered shrimp, it's okay to put a good amount of black pepper. Not that much, but enough. Then I'm gonna go in with my chili powder. Oops. And some paprika. Then we're gonna go in with the crushed red peppers. I'm not gonna put too much, but I'm gonna put enough. And then some sugar, just to cut the salt from the seasoning. That flavor, and it's still gonna be hot. And then I'm gonna go in with these two things here. I don't know if I showed you guys them. These are Scotch bonnet peppers. We love to use these in Jamaica. We like to use them in our foods. We also have a sauce, a hot pepper sauce that's made with Scotch bonnet peppers. So these are one of the hottest peppers. Not the, but one of the hottest peppers in the world. So I'm gonna cut this up. And I'm going to put it First I'm going to wash them. Then I'm going to put it in the bowl with the shrimp. And it doesn't matter if the top is on. This one's hot, I can tell. Ugh. I put the shrimp on the stove. So I'm going to cut this up. And if you don't like, you know, if you want to make this and you don't like your food too spicy, you don't have to incorporate so much pepper. You can do one, or you don't have to do that much, or you could do a little bit, but that's why it's called pepper shrimp. If it has pepper. This is how it looks right now. Don't know if you guys can see that. So all the seasoning on top, and now I'm going to mix it together. All of the shrimp is nicely coated with the seasoning. I'm going to turn the stove on. So now I've turned the stove on. It's on high. And now I'm going to just put the shrimp in the pan. And then when I put shrimp in the pan, add a little bit of water. Once the pot starts to get hot, then you can start to stir. So we're gonna add a little bit more chili powder. And this time I'm going to switch the utensil that I use, and I'm going to use this big fork. Gives me more control. And as you can see, some of the shrimp is already turning pink. So I'm going to just continue to stir. I don't really keep this on the stove that long, and honestly, I don't monitor the time either. It's just, when I know it's ready, when it's ready, I'll know, basically. All the shrimp have gone from gray to pink, then I will know that it's ready. And trust me, all of them will cook evenly, even though they're in this large saucepan. They will still cook evenly. The heat will get to all of them, as long as I continue to stir. So now I'm going to stop stirring, and I'm going to add a little bit more of the red pepper. If I could open it. Ugh. The red, crushed red peppers, yeah. And yes, I'm adding a lot, I know. A little bit more seasoning. Add a little bit more black pepper. And now stir again. So now there's water in here. Shrimp's looking good. It's not ready yet, but it's looking good. Gonna see where we're at. It's hot. So that's there. Now I need a little bit more flavor. The heat is there. For some, this might not be hot enough, but now I need a little bit more flavor. So I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of the garlic seasoning, and I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more of the meat seasoning. Okay, so now that the shrimp is almost done, it's seasoned already to my liking, is I'm going to add the food coloring to make it red. And I don't necessarily put it on the shrimp, I just pour it in the pot in certain places. And then I stir. And I'm going to turn off the heat because the shrimp's already cooked. And I'm just going to stir. I'm going to add a little bit more food coloring. And if you hear something in the background, that's G. Just watching TV. In the other room. So now all the shrimp is coated with food coloring. It's a little bit more red. Then I'm just gonna have them sit in the pot. So this is how the shrimp looks after it's done. They're all finished. It smells so good. Of course you can smell the spices. And I'm probably gonna add a little bit more pepper, just because I like it to be hot. Okay, so now I'm gonna transfer everything from the pot into that steel bowl. Hopefully this works. And that's it, guys. Now you guys have just learned how to make Jamaican style pepper shrimp. I hope you guys like this video. I always enjoy cooking, so there'll be more of these to come. Alright guys, don't forget to like my channel, subscribe, and leave some comments in the comment box below, or the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Bye. Where the grabbers think like Ali get up on